imagine this. You're swimming in the ocean when suddenly something glides past you. It looks like a ghost made of liquid metal. Its body twists, its skin changes color like a living screen. Then, it slips through a hole the size of a golf ball and disappears. Crazy enough already, right? Now, here's the part that bends reality. That creature has 3 hearts. And get this, 2 of them literally stop beating every time it swims. This isn't a monster movie, it's real, and its name is Octopus. Once you learn how this animal actually works, you'll understand why scientists call it the closest thing to an alien on Earth. By the way, before we go any further, yes, the plural of octopus isn't actually octopi, because the word originally comes from Greek. The technically correct form is octopuses, and that's the one we'll use in this video. All right, now back to our 3-hearted sea alien. Octopuses are so bizarre, researchers genuinely debate how they evolved. They have 8 arms, and each arm has its own mini brain, totally capable of thinking and reacting on its own. That's why a single octopus can open a jar using 3 different arms at once, while the main brain is focused on something completely different. They can squeeze their entire body, organs and all, through any crack that's wider than their eyeball. And they don't just feel their surrounding. Their arms can literally taste anything they touch. Oh, and in case you think we're already out of weird, this is just the warm-up. Next comes the heart. Most animals, including humans, use iron in their blood to carry oxygen. That's why our blood is red. Octopuses, they use copper. It's called hemocyanin, and it makes their blood appear bright blue. Copper works better in cold, low-oxygen water, but it's far less efficient, which means the octopus would literally suffocate if it only had 1 heart, so nature gave it 3. 1 heart pumps blood through the body. The other 2 pump blood through the gills, loading it with oxygen. It's like having a backup power plant and another backup for the backup. Okay, grab onto something, because this is where the octopus officially leaves the normal animal category and enters full sci-fi territory. When most people picture octopuses, they imagine them gliding gracefully through the water like some kind of alien submarine. But here's the truth, octopuses actually hate swimming. Seriously, they avoid it whenever they can. And the reason is insane. When an octopus moves by crawling, which is how they spend most of their time, all 3 of its hearts beat normally, pumping oxygenated blue blood through its entire body like a well-oiled machine. But the moment it starts jet propelling itself through the water, boom, 2 of the 3 hearts literally stop beating. They shut down. Scientists have studied this and still aren't 100% sure how the octopus can even survive it. The best theory is that jet propulsion burns so much energy that the animal temporarily sacrifices 2 hearts and focuses all its effort on the 1 heart that pumps blood through the gills just to keep oxygen flowing. In other words, it can either swim or it can circulate blood through its body, but not both at the same time. Think about that for a second. That would be like you sprinting down the street and your body deciding, all right, I'm going to shut off circulation to your arms and legs so I can keep oxygen in your lungs. Good luck. And this may explain one of the biggest mysteries about octopuses: why they spend their day crawling slowly along the seafloor, even though they clearly have the ability to blast through the water like a rocket. Swimming literally costs them 2 hearts. Here's a fun fact. An octopus crawling on the ocean floor actually uses less energy per meter than a human walking on land, and it gets to keep all 3 hearts beating while doing it. So next time you see one drifting through the water, just know it's basically paying for that one quick trip with a partial heart shutdown. Scientists think this may actually be the reason octopuses prefer crawling over swimming, because using all three hearts is literally a matter of survival. Having to choose between moving fast or keeping your own heart beating. Imagine that. And hey, if that just blew your mind even a little bit, do the octopus a favor and hit like and subscribe. Because most people have no idea this is happening in the ocean right now, and we're just getting started. Let's talk about its other superpower, shapeshifting. If octopuses had a resume, the first line wouldn't be 3 hearts or 8 arms. It would be expert in instant disguise. Most animals hide by sitting perfectly still and hoping no one notices them. The octopus, it basically edits itself out of reality. Its skin is packed with hundreds of thousands of color-changing cells called chromatophores. Each one of those cells contains tiny sacs of pigment, like microscopic balloons full of paint. And when the octopus flexes a muscle, those balloons expand and change the color of the skin instantly. But here's the part most people don't know. They don't just change color, they change texture too. The octopus skin also contains special structures called papillae that let it grow spikes, bumps, folds, or ridges in less than 1 second. So if it sits on a rock, it doesn't just look like a rock, it becomes a rock. One species even mimics 15 completely different animals, including a sea snake, a lionfish, and a jellyfish, depending on which predator is nearby. Basically, oh, you eat octopuses? No problem. Today I'm a poisonous sea snake. And it gets even crazier. These changes are controlled by the octopus's nervous system without any delay, which means it's not reacting to danger. It's anticipating it. Another fun fact, researchers found octopuses matching the exact shape and color of nearby corals, even in total darkness, which suggests they might actually be feeling their surroundings and thinking in 3D. So just to recap, 3 hearts, blue blood, shapeshifter, 1 animal, and we're still not halfway through its list of superpowers. So if the octopus wasn't already weird enough with 3 hearts and a built-in invisibility cloak, wait till you hear this. They break out of their tanks. Like, literally. Octopuses don't just live in aquariums. They plan their escape from them. These animals are so smart that marine biologists have stopped calling them invertebrates and started calling them problem solvers. At the Seattle Aquarium, staff kept noticing fish disappearing from the neighboring tank. They finally set up a camera and caught the octopus climbing out of its own tank at night, crossing the floor, opening the other tank, eating the fish, and then sneaking back before morning like nothing happened. In another case, an octopus named Inky slipped through a tiny gap in the lid of his tank, crawled 8 feet across the floor, found a drain pipe, slithered inside, and escaped back into the ocean. No one taught him, no map, just pure observation and intelligence. Scientists now test octopus intelligence using puzzle boxes, meant for primates, and the octopuses solve them faster. Some can even unscrew jars from the inside, using different arms, working together like a team. Other animals need training to do that. The octopus figures it out on its own. And remember, when it's solving those puzzles, only one of its 3 hearts is powering the brain, which makes you wonder, what would it do if all 3 hearts were running at full power? Stay with me, because the next part might be the most heartbreaking fact of all. By this point, you're probably thinking this thing is unstoppable. 3 hearts, shape-shifting camouflage, puzzle-solving genius, master escape artist. But here's the twist. Octopuses live some of the shortest lives of any intelligent animal on Earth. Most species survive for just 12 to 24 months. That's it, a year or 2, and they're gone. And it gets even harder to believe. After mating, octopuses enter what scientists call senescence, a programmed biological shutdown. The male dies within weeks. The female goes into full sacrifice mode. She finds a safe spot, lays her eggs, sometimes up to 56,000 of them, and then she never leaves them again. Not to eat, not to sleep, nothing. She gently blows water over the eggs to keep them oxygenated, cleans them with her arms, and watches over them for weeks, months, in one documented case, 4.5 years. And then the moment they hatch, she dies. So think about this. While we struggle to keep a houseplant alive, there's an animal out there with 3 hearts, blue blood, alien-level intelligence, and a life expectancy shorter than your newest smartphone. And it gives everything, literally everything, for the next generation. Makes you wonder what other impossible creatures are out there, just waiting to be discovered. So why does any of this matter? Because even on our own planet, we share this world with creatures that evolved in ways we can barely understand. They have blue blood, multiple brains, 3 hearts, and the power to shut down 2 of hearts on command. They escape aquariums, solve puzzles, and disappear into the rocks like ghosts. And we're still just beginning to learn how smart they really are. I'm Don, and this is one of the most curious stories you have heard. If this blew your mind even a little bit, help more people discover how wild our planet really is. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep showing you the science facts that sound too crazy to be true, but are 100% real. Stay curious.